And you know we don't give a fuck, 'cause that's your birthday. You'll find me in the club.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. On the visitor's sideline, Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the Packers sideline, Matt LaFleur. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. Oh, look at the juke. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his third season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Randy, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week one, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week one, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team wanted to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A design run for their wideout. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down right now.
Here's 3rd and 9.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 15-yard line.
Throwing. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Matthew Golden with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL. And he's proven all of those critics wrong. Sticking his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
Play action. It's gone. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it's 3rd and 5. Quick toss by Goff is complete. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Play action this time with Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he goes out right around the 39. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for a Packers 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Third down.
They are are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw now. Here's Love. And he is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That's another great
The center receiver in motion to the right. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Reader brought him down. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Here's Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards.
Love looking to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting the fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Love now. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Rodeo Dobbs from 21 yards away. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Goff going to keep it himself, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They'll try the air now with Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Goff. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
It certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gibbs straight ahead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. It's complete to Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 10. And the Lions.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defense. offensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 50, it's gone. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Broke the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Past the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
On third down, here's Gibbs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. At Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
Off the play fake, Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
2nd and 17 at the 42-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Love from the gun. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. On 2nd and 11 now. Love. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
And this will wind up the Lions' 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. On a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36.
First down, Detroit.
Goff now to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Goff now looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw, Goff. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Bates' kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And watch the big man rumble, James Conner. He gets a seal here, and off he goes. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's a guy who was a monster as a rookie a year ago, Brian Thomas Jr. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And you know this guy can do this. It's Anthony Richardson. He's got nobody open, so he'll just hot-foot it himself. 7 yards for the touchdown. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best